Hello, and thank God it's Final Fantasy XIV Friday.
We made it to Friday again.
We made it to Friday. I started a new job this week.
Yeah, you earned this Friday.
I earned this Friday, and I'm sleepy, so we're gonna see how this stream goes.
I believe in you.
I believe in myself.
You have to fight off the EP.
I have to fight off the EP.
The EP.
We're fighting off the EP.
Okay, so we have plans for today.
We do have plans.
So we were going to do more Post-Shadowbringers MSQ. But we realized I have never done PvP yet.
Right.
And
I just started getting it this week.
Yeah, you've been getting into the PvP, and I think it would be funny to do a little PvP and learn how that works.
I think we should do some PvP. Are you ready to beat some ass and take some names?
Sure. That's definitely what we're gonna be doing. Totally not getting our asses beat.
Alright. So we're gonna start with the daily challenge, which is Frontline.
Yes.
But that earns you wolf marks, which are the spendable currency at the wolf's den.
Oh yeah, I briefly went there because I've unlocked that. I've just never touched it.
Cool. So that's what we're gonna start with. So I'm gonna go ahead and register us. These queue times are less than 5 minutes.
Excellent, excellent.
So if you want to start a cutscene or something while we wait, feel free. I am starting in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, oh, I should actually go over to the dwarf town and do that for the week.
Sure, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
That would be a good way to kill the time.
Luckily, my MSQ quest is over in Calusia, and I was like, oh, I can teleport to Tamra. Oh, I need to be in Kamra, actually. I had stuff going on. We didn't do that last week because we were so busy doing Barbie's Nightmare Palace.
Barbie's Nightmare.
That's what I'm naming the YouTube VOD on that one.
Instead of Barbie's Dream House,
it's Barbie's Nightmare Palace.
Hi, Barbie!
That was a really good stream, though. Glad I'm through the first 100 floors of Palace of the Dead. I still haven't touched Heaven on High.
Okay, well, why don't we... The next time we get Sarah on, I'll bully Nikki into joining us.
And we'll make a little squad again?
We will get into we'll finish Palace of the Dead because you and I can do the first bit of Heaven on High at least on our own.
Okay, gotcha. Because there's still 100 more floors of Palace of the Dead, right?
Yes.
Cool.
So I think we can get through another 50 to 60 the next when Sarah comes back. Sarah's on vacation, that's why we didn't have
Sarah's Summer of Screams.
Or her Summer of Screams last week, and we won't be having it this week either, so...
Well, no, we had that last week. We didn't have it yesterday, and we're not going to have it next week.
Right. I can talk.
You're EP from your new job.
I am so tired. I've been working remote for so long, so having to actually, physically get up and go somewhere...
Yeah. You've been doing, freelance. Oh, we gotta go. We got a ball.
Yeah,
72 people?
I told you.
Huh?
I did tell you, didn't I?
Alright. Almost. We're almost in there. But yeah, you have the excuse of you started a new job and you're eepy until you get used to it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, just take that and just hold on to that excuse.
I certainly
just
will.
use it liberally. You're eepy.
Well, I'm going to. Alright.
I got an achievement just for showing up. There's a dude in here called Cursed Warrior. Alright, that's a vibe. Okay, so he's on our team. Maybe, yeah. We also have Broken Dream in here.
I love that. Oh, so yes, you can use your mouse in here.
Oh, excellent. Am I limited to, like, the number of, like, things I can do?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that is how they put everyone on equal footing.
Okay. Recuperate, standard issue elixir, Contra Dance. That's, like, new. I do get closed position, though.
Oh, cool. Alright. My advice, follow the crowd.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Oh, girl, where did you go?
I don't have a mount on my hotbar.
Oh, no!
And I don't know where you are. I'm gonna follow these people. Are we throwing down? I think we're throwing down. Ah.
Good luck.
Ah. I have been KO'd. Okay.
Okay, so we are in the flames.
Okay,
right?
no, hang on. Can I mount guide, just chuck one on here? Hell yeah, alright, cool.
What?
Alright.
Come on, where is that?
Alright, I see a bunch of people over here.
Alright.
Sure, dance partner healer. No? What do we...
Dang it, why isn't my mouse, like, visible? There it is. I'm about to get KO'd. There I go.
Okay.
So yeah, let me just check in on the screen. Okay. It's grainy, but it's running, so...
Okay, cool.
I will take that.
I'm fighting a monk. I don't think this is a good idea for me to be fighting him, but we're doing it. Oh, he's getting, like, healed.
Yeah, you do have an auto heal. Or, you do have
Oh, I got Cursed Warrior with me. Oh, let's take out Astrologer. Nope, never mind. I'm dead again. I'm down.
Ah. Blue is behind them.
Okay, so we're the Maelstrom, and we are, like, super losing.
Oh, we are the Maelstrom. I keep forgetting that the Maelstrom is red.
Yeah. The Mortal Frames seems like it should be red in here, but...
But their color is blue. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand why, but...
It's a choice.
Also, do not worry right now about those numbers.
That makes sense, yeah.
I am not kidding when I say I am just on the side.
I shouldn't be in here. Oh, there I go. Oh, let me get a mountain here.
Oh my goodness.
See where these guys are going. I'll just follow them.
Oh my god. There's
What?
so many people in here. That's... That was crazy. Okay.
Alright, let's see what we're doing here.
We gotta organize.
there I go.
Alright. Hey there.
Oh, hey! How's it going?
Pretty good, it does not seem. Alright. Yeah, the flames are kicking our butts today.
Yeah, the flames are doing really good.
I'm about to get killed again.
Oh, they're getting my ass. Alright, cool, we die together. Good work, team.
Y'all, what
I'm following Cursed Warrior.
Everybody's just kind of having a shitty attitude in the...
Yeah, I'm not here to take PvP seriously, and I'm not gonna be mad if we lose. I'm following this guy to see if he goes somewhere for fighting, but it looks like he's not. There we go. Oh, took out that Dragoon.
Oh,
Let's
good.
see.
Ah. Got my ass accused by a sage.
Trying to take out this bard. Yeah, we got the bard!
Yellow is clearly giving up his one. Yo, what are we doing?
Oh, they're getting my ass.
I have never had a team take over so quickly.
Alright, see if we can get the summoner. Got a summoner! I don't think I need to be here. Oh, there we go. We took out a summoner, though.
Oh, good. Hold up. Our numbers are going up. So
Yeah.
are the addicts.
Yeah.
The flames are going down.
Oh. Yeah, over that way that you're going across the bridge, that's where I was fighting the yellow team for a little bit.
Alright, focus. Try and focus that white man if you can.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but they fucking got me for a second. Oh. Am I gonna get out of here? No, probably not. Nope, there I go.
No! Attack southeast. Okay. So where in the southeast is everybody?
What is this thing over here that just lit up?
Don't go there.
Okay.
Hang on. We just got a message saying attack southeast.
Okay. Is that over here where we just were?
I think so. Alright. Wait a minute. Okay, good. What do you mean yellow cowered it out? Okay, flames are going up really quick again. Hang on. Yeah, they're about to hit it. Alright.
Oh, God.
Nope, theirs just went down. Alright, I'm claiming this one. Holy crap, they got really close to winning. How did they get so close to winning? Alright, you guys got that one?
Yep. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Eh!
I'm gonna follow people over this way and see, where we're kind of going.
Holy shit! Whoa! That
Oh.
is a bloodbath.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many people here. Oh, hey, a white mage. Well, I am dead. We're claiming more points, and we're not doing as badly as we have been.
We're not. Push to S. Okay.
Okay, well, he's not going down. Oh, I got.
Ah, I got that.
Oh, there I go. Oh, hey, we died together. Good work, team.
Good work, team. Pinch. Okay. We're still too far behind the adders, though.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. The adders.
Oh, I'm getting got. Hang on.
Ah!
Oh, my rank went up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, the adders won and not the flames.
Yeah. I knew it was gonna be one of them. Alright. Well, you still get a lot of experience.
Yeah. Oh, there's a thing to give player commendation. I didn't do it. Oh, well. Next time.
Alright, I'll give it to Cursed Warrior. And I'll leave. Some actual PvP there. That was funny.
Okay, so that was frontline. So I've done one frontline and we got 3rd place. That's neat. Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, okay, so these give me, like, combos, actions, okay.
Oh, are you at the Wolf's Den, or?
Oh, no, I'm looking at all my, PvP things. Series Stones? Oh, I got a reward. Neat.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
PvP profile, series Stones. I did not know.
This gives you a lot of stuff, like, emotes, framer kits, minions and mounts.
Framers kits. So what emote is that?
Heartfelt Sincerity, the hand-to-heart emote. Sorry,
Yeah,
my phone is not on silent.
Mine went off a minute ago earlier. Oh, that reminds me. I need your message to my mother back.
Silent. Thank you. Okay, MP, limit break. That's cool. Neat, okay.
She sent me a picture of the reason she doesn't try to grow tomatoes anymore.
Oh no. Alright, do we want to queue for anything else, or do we want to do the, dwarf thing?
We can queue for Arrival Wings, if you wanted to do that.
I would, because that's on my Wondrous Tales.
Alright. Yeah, I'm okay with that, and then once we're queued, you can start.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so let's go over to player versus player. So today, we have open Hidden Gorge.
Okay.
So let's see what that does.
Alright.
On average, more than 30 minutes. Nobody does that.
Oh, wow. Might be because it's not the, like, current PvP thing for dailies.
Maybe, but, like, that... The daily challenge is always frontline.
Oh, never mind. I don't know.
Anyway.
Sounds like we've got time for quests.
We do indeed.
So I've got the Merchant of Comra. I appreciate you letting me join you and apologize for my earlier rudeness. Not to make an excuse, but it's been a trying time for us all. Now, I've been pondering the ways in which I might contribute to the rebuilding effort. While I don't have many talents, not outside of those considered normal for a dwarf, such as drinking at any rate, people do say that I have a gift for the gab. Using this gift, I have a mind to peddle wares in the outside world to earn coin to put towards our work. There's just one problem. At the moment, we don't have anything that would fetch a halfway decent price. No, we need something more unusual and exotic than our grog and automata. And as I racked my beard for ideas, it came to me. What could be more unusual and exotic than objects from another world? The machines have a base inside the crater, and I understand it's brimming with all manner of their paraphernalia. Such items are guaranteed to fetch a high price. We just need someone to venture in to retrieve them. You! As long as it's unusual, I'm confident I can spin a sales pitch for it. Oh yes, the coin bags of Yulmore would trip over themselves for such rare curios. You just bring back the items and leave the rest to me. Our coffers will be full before you know it. Okay, so I just have to go in there and, like, collect some stuff.
Yes. And also, sorry if you heard loud noises.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Oh, okay, so I'm grabbing stuff from the puppet bunker this time. Oh, hello,
Puppy
Secret!
Bunky.
Puppy Bunky.
Hello!
I'm sad we can't use mounts in here.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to the back to Wolf's Den Pier and see what I can spend those trophy crystals on.
Alright. Oh, I only have to find one more thing in here. Okay. Okay, it's just in here. Or no, it's in the ship entry. Okay. Still going. I wish I could use mounts in here.
I'm so sorry.
Oh wait, it's somewhere here. Ah. Aha. Parts. Okay. And exit to the mountains.
Ooh,
Actually, looks like there's a thing right here. Hang on, what? What'd you find?
some cool gear.
Ooh. What kind of cool gear?
Oh, I think might be based on some of the stuff out of Crystal Tower,
Oh.
but it's dyeable.
Neat.
I found some onion armor that's dyeable.
Huh. Power dork, why can't I finish this? Oh, I have to be level 80. And I'm level 78 as a dancer. So back to Bard. And now we can do it.
Unfortunate.
Oh, wrong one. There we go. Back from the crater, are you? Come, come, show me what you were able to find. Oh-ho, strange and wondrous items all. I'll examine everything closely before I attempt to peddle them, but these ought to be snapped up with nary a fuss. My thanks for bringing these. Now I can do my little part for our village. Oh, and before I forget, the chief is asking for you earlier. If you have a moment, go and see what he wants. Okay, so now I get to do the next, like, update to the town. Lolly, doubtless you've already guessed how, but another recording device has arrived from Konog. Here. As far as I can tell, he's sending them at regular intervals. What could the boy be up to? I could ask you the same. What devious scheme are you plotting? Well, whatever it is, you won't succeed. This is my village, and I'm not letting you have your way with it. Huh? Why did I say that? Why did I feel so angry? Forget I said anything. Oh, that's weird. As you can see, Glag's still behaving strangely. When I tried talking to him earlier, he all but told me to go bugger off. On the face of it, you'd assume he takes exception to what I did at the meeting, but this is a little too strange. At any rate, this is my problem to deal with, not yours. You just focus on doing your part for the cause, huh? You obtain a message from Konog. Message can be viewed in the portable archive, blah blah blah. Alright, so now we wait till next week.
Alright.
And until then, we can do MSQ.
Sounds good to me. We really don't have any way of, like, seeing how soon we're gonna get in to this, duty, so, like...
Yeah.
We're like kind of chilling.
Yeah, it's not like other duties where it's like, oh, you've got, like, 2 of the tanks and none of the healers.
Yeah, because, like, they don't care. These duties just don't care.
Yeah. Okay, so we were hanging out with Chinese, who has been voluntold that he's mayor now of Yulmore, and is like, I couldn't do that. You need a person who's capable of all of these things, and here's how I would do all of these things, and who I would appoint to do all of those things that I can't do, but I couldn't be mayor. And now he's kind of like, he knows he's mayor now, but he's getting Rendon here to help. And we're like
his whole thing is that he knows he can delegate. He knows that's his strength. But he felt like he wanted somebody else behind him who would tell him if what he's doing is stupid.
Exactly, yeah. Because he mostly has good ideas.
Yeah.
But he's understandably afraid of fucking it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're talking about an entire city.
Yeah. One of the most politically and economically powerful cities in this entire, like, isekai world we've been thrown into.
Shadowbringers is an isekai.
It is. We just got fucking isekai'd.
We did.
Yeah,
Graha
we got isekai'd. Yeah, Graha isekai'd us.
Can you believe?
Like, listen, as fun as it was for him to just, like, pluck us out of, like, the source and into the first, it would have been even funnier if we just got hit with the isekai truck. And that's how we end up in the first. Do you think that's a popular, like, fiction trope in this universe? Is I died and got reincarnated in, like, the first or the third or whatever.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, the isekai truck is Xenos. That's absolutely it. I think we gotta stop that bit and continue reading cutscenes.
No, it is funny, but yes, please keep reading your cuts.
Okay. Alright, so Renan just gave him, like, one test. Is where we're kind of at with this.
Right.
Rendon is quite right. Building Talos— that's right, he was gonna build a bunch of Talos to, help with the problem. Building Talos from scratch will require time we simply do not have, which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Calusia. Oh yeah, the ones that are just, like, walking around? They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. Yeah, these guys, little defective Talos guys. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
This action will have consequences.
This action will have consequences. Aha, the old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dashingly potent insulating powder capable of halting the flow of ether in a Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let fly, thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. An old trick of the trade? Was it just like regular, like, protocol? That if a Talos was going buck wild, you just throw sand at them?
Sand.
Bucket sand.
I mean, it's okay.
Who was in charge of this company? Dale Gribble?
So yeah, I mean, you're talking about basically a clockwork mechanism made out of stone.
Yeah.
How do you think you're gonna disable it, if you want to?
I mean, I don't think it's a matter of just, like, normal, I have to disable this machine, and it's more of like a, this seems to be, I assume, protocol of if they're going buck wild.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which, like, yeah, then I can kind of understand Pocket Sand. It's just comical. I hope there's, like, a normal way to turn them off if they're just functioning normally.
You know, I think there is, but I couldn't tell you what it is.
I think Pocket Sand should be a last resort.
Pocket Sand is funny, though.
Pocket Sand is hysterical. Dale Gribble's the version of Chinese from another shard. That would also mean that Dale Gribble is another version of, Sid. Okay. Alright. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I have said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Is he gonna try to take down a Talos? Am I gonna get to watch him get the shit kicked out of him? Is that what you meant when you said this action has consequences?
I don't remember if he tries to do it or if he gets someone else, like, gets, like, a group of fighters to do it.
That would be hilarious. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. It sounds like he's gonna do it, unless someone else volunteers.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Oh, you remembered how this bit goes?
I'm trying to... I think I might.
Oh, excellent. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That's as may be, Kaishir. But Renan tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others do everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can feel my legs. If I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. I want to see him do it.
He's right.
He's right. His logic is sound. He's in so much fucking danger. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labors. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. And just as Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it is safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? Oh, do I get to do a little, like, I Spy minigame?
Oh, I think you might.
Good. Let's be off to the quick way, through the north gate, and see if we can't find a suitable vantage point for you. So I think this is the first one of the I Spy games since the end of Shadowbringers proper, which makes me wonder, is there going to be a shoe bill?
Oh, you know what? I don't think you've been inside of your, in-room.
I was in the in-room, during, like, not the last stream, but the one before it, when we finished the Nier raids.
Okay.
And I didn't see it there, but I'll go back and look.
It might take a little longer than that.
Okay. Okay, because I know you've, like, posted, G-poses and screenshots from your game. And he's in the window.
You were in the room when I was losing my shit about him being in
the in-room, yeah. Okay. Okay,
me yelling at this bird. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you were, like, freaking the fuck out that the bird was there, and I had no context of it at all. And you were just so threatened and offended that this thing was in your in-room in the window. I was like, he's just a little guy. But now I know. He's not just a little guy.
Like, no, he's not!
He's not just a little guy! You were so fucking mad.
I was so upset, I remember.
You were so mad. Alright. Keep a lookout for dangers and alert Chinese when it is safe to incapacitate the Talos. You may move the spyglass as well as zoom in and out. Blah blah blah, okay. Okay, so... I don't see a shoe bill.
He might not be
Oh, his
there.
back is turned. Oh, do I... How do I... Oh, okay, give the signal to him. Okay. I have to hover over him. Oh. Go! Go, go, go!
Get him, Chinese! Get him!
Get his ass!
Get his ass!
Get his ass! Pocket sand!
Yeah, pocket sand.
Pocket sand!
Yeah, pocket sand.
I did it? I did it! Let's move on to another tower, shall we? Are we gonna do this again? Oh. So this time it's not alone. It's got little buddies. Still no shoe bill. Oh, an opening.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see him this time, sadly.
I'm gonna look for it though, because now I'm paranoid. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. Good job, Chinese. We leave the next one to me, Bran. Oh?
I think he's got this.
Uh-huh.
What do you think? Do you think he's got this?
I think he does.
I think
Oh,
he
there
can
we
do
go.
it.
Okay, cool. Haha! That should do it. Now we all have need to Oh, now we have all we need to proceed. There we go. I know how to read. We've established this multiple times. I know how to read.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Why would we lie about Katie's ability to read?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
So crazy. That would be insane.
That'd be so crazy, right? I mean, could you imagine a Twitch streamer that doesn't know how to read?
Well, I know, right? Like, what do you think?
Oh, it does a little victory music for him. Adorable.
Aww.
We're all so proud of him.
I am proud of him. He did a good job.
Good job, Chinese.
Good job, Chinese.
Oh, it would have been so funny if he was chased by the shoe bill.
We take him out for ice cream.
Excellent. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. Yeah, buddy, you did it. Good work.
Boy, I just want to know why you went through with this plan if you didn't believe in it, though.
I mean, there wasn't really any other plan.
You got me there.
Yeah, like, this was, like, the only plan they could come up with. Anything else would take, like, obscene amounts more time that they don't have for helping Yulnor. So it was either, we get the Taloses that are here, or we die trying. Specifically, Chinese dies trying. The rest of us are fine.
Yeah.
Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulmar's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it's plain your time at Dead of the Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmar.
Aww.
I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics. It's a very Hero of Light plan, which is why it worked. We have a tendency of fail. Yeah, he's just failing upwards, and it's what he deserves. Which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulmar the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored.
He's just like, help, please.
He's like, please don't let me do this alone. When the people behold these talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulmar's leadership is at last in capable hands. Would you not agree? We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you tinker with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai's worried sick.
China's voice. My wife!
My wife!
My wife!
My wife!
Right then, form a line and make for Yulmore.
This one's voiced. I don't have to do anything. Oh my god, are people gonna see the Talos walking in and, like, freak out?
What's that noise?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Wicked white! Runaway Talos! Call the guard!
Yeah, they do freak out a little bit.
Fine.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Everything's normal.
Stay back! All of you!
No need to panic. Everything's...
Oh, Miss Julia.
Oh, she was worried about it.
He's just dramatically standing behind the Talos.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see... Dearest, I can't...
She's just glad he didn't do something stupid.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay, so that's why the minion does that same animation.
Aww.
Alphino has to heal him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending, instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
Please!
How you feeling, buddy? I'm fine. I just need a moment. There. It was quite a reception, one Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word is spread around Yulmar, it would be that much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. Pain is pleasure orchestration rule. Alright.
Just like, yeah, alright.
Alright. That's a name.
Yeah, it's a name.
That's a name.
That's certainly what it is.
Definitely. No need to fret, Bran. I've never felt better. And not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. Sorry, I've got, like, little bitty hiccups that are, like, not full-blown hiccups, but, like, almost hiccups.
You gotta think about a rabbit.
I gotta think about a rabbit. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there and meet their new mayor. You there, Kaishir, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gatetown and the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. I will let the guards know not to bar the way to Falthry's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming she's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, huh? The doorman at the crown left will show you up.
See, the thing about Kaishir, he turns out to actually be really good at managerial work.
Oh, excellent. Good for him.
If you, tell him to sit here, take care of my store, he's gonna do a good job of it.
Good for him.
Good for him. I'm so proud of him. Actually, he's the one of the ones that you can bring Shadowbringers custom deliveries to.
Oh, okay. I haven't unlocked Shadowbringers custom deliveries.
Yeah, I haven't gotten my crafting and gathering high enough yet.
Ah, is that what it is? You have to get your crafting gathering high enough, or is there like a story point?
Sometimes there's both. It depends on who's you're unlocking.
Okay.
For Shadowbringers, for not Shadowbringers, but for Stormblood, for example, you have Monago and Kurenai.
Oh, okay.
So Monago is based in Ralger's Reach, of course. And she unlocks after you've completed.
My adventures are done.
One completed Stormblood.
Yes.
And two, gotten at least one crafter or gatherer to level 60.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, there might be other requirements that I just met before that. For example, you might need to have a certain ranking with Zloe.
I did not have any ranking with Zloe when I unlocked Monago.
Okay, so you unlocked Monago.
Here, I can show you. Ooh, I want to see what this looks like.
Unlocked.
Interesting, okay. Sorry, I'm getting my retainers dealt with.
No, you are fine.
Alright.
So the other in Stormblood is Kurenai, and she was introduced in Post-Stormblood.
Okay.
Like back when they were still doing the patches after that. And hers start at level 62. And you have to do like a bunch of side quests.
Okay.
In order to unlock hers and be at a certain point in the story. I believe that point in the story is somewhere in Post Stormblood. But,
makes sense.
Don't quote me on that. I never really pay attention to story restrictions anymore because I finished Endwalker and I don't have a lot of those anymore.
Yeah.
Speaking of, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, the trailer for Dawn Trail just came out a couple weeks ago. What was that, last week?
Yeah.
That we watched that trailer?
Yeah, we watched that at the end of our Barbie's Nightmare Palace stream.
Yeah. So we're really excited about that. You can see us react to it. on our YouTube channel. Did you put that one up already?
I have not. I've had some, like, technical difficulties with getting the VODs edited, so I'm on a little bit of a... I'm a little bit behind. Okay. Yeah.
That's okay.
But I did find out I can batch render the VODs. So now rendering all of them will only take me, like, 1 day instead of doing 1 per day.
Oh.
No matter how many there are.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, check out our YouTube channel. That's gonna be there at some point.
That's the next one that's getting uploaded. So it'll be up maybe tonight after this stream will get it uploaded, so tomorrow morning it'll definitely be there.
Alright, well check out our YouTube channel tomorrow. Check that out. I'm pretty excited about Dawn Trail.
Oh yeah.
You know, of course, if that was just like a preliminary trailer.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
It doesn't really tell us anything about what the story's gonna be, or even much about where we're going.
Yeah.
As with all expansions, they're introducing a new area.
Yes.
It is the New World. So we're going stateside. We're going across the pond. And that's kind of exciting to me. Maybe, just maybe, they'll reintroduce some American actors to the cast again.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be kind of fun, though. It would be kind of nice to have, like, some of the old actors back.
Yeah, it would be especially funny to do little gags of, like, one of the older actors voices a new character in the expansion, but meets the same character they used to voice, and they're like, you sound familiar.
Yeah. It would be very funny. Unfortunately, again, I don't think that specifically is going to happen unless the regionalization team gets really creative.
Yeah.
Because I know that a lot of, like, that was something that was, as far as I know, the changing of the voice actors was something very specific to the English release.
That makes sense, yeah.
The dubbing got the company that was in control of the English dub changed, and that's why all the voice actors changed.
Yeah.
At least that is the story that I have been told. If I am incorrect, feel free to correct me in the comments. I literally do not mind.
Yeah, I like having correct, up-to-date information, so if we say something factually wrong, tell us.
Yeah, please let us know. Politely.
I mean, politely. Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
But there being a new expansion on the horizon eventually makes me really want to get through Endwalker.
A year from today.
We have a year.
You have a year. You have so much time. I cannot stress.
Okay, we've got a lot of time.
You have a lot of time. I'm anticipating that you're going to be through Endwalker by Christmas.
Oh, okay. Cool. So we don't have to worry at all. We're not even worried about it.
Depending on, of course, on how much side content we decide to do before we get into Endwalker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see any reason why we couldn't finish it by or before Christmas.
Okay.
Because that's so long, right?
Oh yeah. Like it's only August.
Yeah. And how long did it take us to get through Shadowbringers?
Not super duper long.
I didn't think so. Like, you kind of do get a skewed perspective when you first start this game because A Realm Reborn was so much bigger than any other expansion.
Yeah.
So you do kind of get... It is kind of like the exception to the rules, and that's what they start you with, so it is kind of throwing you off. Because I always think, like, oh, this is going to take me so long, and then, like, 2 weeks later, I'm done with the expansion already.
Yeah.
Like, this happened to me every single time after A Realm Reborn. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about going to the new world. I hope we get some better fashions from there.
Yeah, I'm excited for new fashions. I'm excited for 2 dye pots.
Right, 2
For a
dye
piece of
pots,
gear.
and I've heard that we are getting a glasses slot.
Yeah, I've heard that, so you can have hats and glasses.
Hats and glasses. I can have Yume wearing her little hair ribbon and the 2B blinders. So
That's really good, yeah.
at least that is the rumor. I don't remember seeing that in any of the announcements, but like I haven't been super paying attention to those.
Yeah.
I've been getting those secondhand.
Yeah.
So like one day I'm gonna go through and look at like actually what was announced there.
Oh, yeah.
And one day I'm gonna get to go to FanFest, but
God, that'd be so fun. That'd be
I think
hilarious.
we should do it. Like, we're streamers. We should do it. We
That's
can make
fair.
announcements like from Vegas.
That would be fun. I'm also really excited for new combat classes.
Yes. So we still don't officially know what those are.
But boy, are there theories.
Boy, are there theories. We do know that we're getting a new casting and a new melee DPS.
Yes.
My suspicion is that this new melee DPS is going to be scouting. But I cannot tell you that for sure. I'm hoping to God that it's scouting.
That's the big rumor.
And like, I don't know if you just heard me say that or where else you've been hearing that, but
Twitter.
I hope I'm right. Okay, so other people on Twitter have been saying, okay, cool, so I'm not completely crazy.
The big theories I've been hearing mostly on Twitter about that.
Corsair.
Yes, Corsair or some type of like swashbuckling class. A lot of people
I don't know
are
much about Corsair, but I don't know anything about
I know
Corsair,
people are saying it comes from one specific Final Fantasy game. I'm not super familiar with the Final Fantasy series up until 14. But I think they're saying it was in 11 there was a Corsair class, and it used a sword and a gun. So some people are pointing at part of that trailer where Meteor is like fighting an enemy, and then like he's losing with a sword, but then he smirks while his like cloak is on fire and is burning off of him, and he looks and the camera pans down, and then it cuts, and this is allegedly only half of the like full trailer. So people are thinking that cut is not where it's going to cut in the full one, because it cuts to Alice after that.
Yeah,
That it's gonna pan down to his waist, where earlier on the boat he had like a hand, like limp wrist resting against something on his belt, but his item or his weapons were invisible because we're not supposed to see them. So it's going to pan down, and he's got a gun. That's what like the big theory is.
Okay, and that would make sense for a scouting class.
That would make sense for a scouting class, because right now Rogue Ninja is the only scouting class.
And it bugs me. Yeah.
Because then that's gear that you only need for one class, and our armory chests are so small.
I know. I hope they expand that space.
Yeah, at least give us like a quest to do for more armory chest space or something.
Right.
Or
like,
just make it a quality of life upgrade for everyone immediately.
Yeah, I know. Like
I'd do a silly little quest for it.
I have so many clothes, and I like them all. I know I only wear like 5 sets, but
they're all so important to you.
I can't get rid of any of them. Marie Kondo's so disappointed in me. So yeah, I haven't heard any theories about the casting class yet. Have you?
Yeah, I've heard nothing about the casting class.
I don't know. That might just be because he hasn't God, who was it? Was it Yoshi P that was at FanFest that was
I
doing
believe
the-
so, yes.
So what he likes to do, at least for certain classes, because he also did this with Reaper, is wear a t-shirt that supposedly has a hint as to what one of the new classes is gonna be.
Yes, and people think his shirt was the Ninja Turtle shirt, which people are thinking means it's going to be a new scouting class?
I would think it would be a new scouting. My theory is possibly nunchucks.
That would be interesting.
If it's not Corsair, I'm thinking it might be nunchucks.
Yeah. You know what it's not, though? It's not Blitzball.
It's definitely... It's not Blitzball.
It's not fucking Blitzball.
It's not... Stop asking. It's not Blitzball, you dumb mother...
It's not fucking Blitzball, you piece of shit, Warriors of Light!
The casting class could be Blitzball.
People would go so fucking insane if the casting class was revealed to be Blitzball. Because,
yeah,
like...
Oh, okay, I've also heard a theory that it could be Painter. I'm kind of... This sounds bad because, like, I'm one of those people that usually doesn't like... I don't like it when other people complain about new content coming out. Because that's just, like...
It's new stuff and, like, someone usually will enjoy it.
Someone usually will enjoy it, and somebody worked really hard to make that.
Yeah.
And I try not to, like... speak too loudly about this, but I honestly kind of hope it's not Painter. I don't know why.
That's fair.
Why.
I mean, maybe, like, with all the other options of things it maybe potentially could be, maybe Painter's kind of, like, last on your list of ones that'd be really cool.
If there's gonna be a Painter class, I would hope it would be a, crafter, not...
Yeah, that...
not a DPS. Like, I'm okay with a Painter class, just not as a combat class. Like,
I mean, I think it'd be funny as a combat class.
But, like, if you look at the lineup, like, it just doesn't fit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like...
Alchemist as a combat class would be really funny, actually.
That would have been really funny.
We would get such an influx of people making alts of all the Full Metal Alchemist characters.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. What else are we expecting? I don't think we've gotten an official announcement, but we are still expecting female Hrothgar to come out in 7.0.
I want female Hrothgar so badly.
Are you gonna turn Bran into a Hrothgar if that turns out to be it?
What?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's gonna be, instead of the Catboy Exodus, it's gonna be the Cat Girl Exodus.
Yeah. I would totally never do that, especially not as, like, an April Fool's prank or something. Just be the one time I Fantasia Bran.
Here's the thing. Considering how attached Theo got to his new, like...
Yeah, because he just Fantasia'd into a Hrothgar.
He just Fantasia'd Tyon into, a Hrothgar, and he got so attached to it so fast. It was really cute.
I mean, he looks really good as a Hrothgar.
He does! But, like, it was so funny, because I was sitting there when he did it. It's like, I'm gonna have to edit these, like, writings that I've done about Yume and Tyon, because I've written funny little blurbs about them.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, it always references Tyon as being a hero. So I was like, I'm gonna have to make edits. And Theo's like, oh, don't worry, this is only temporary. And
And now it's like, how temporary is this going to be?
And now he sounds like he's retconning that and being like, no, something happened and he got turned into a Hrothgar later, though.
Alright. Do we have
anyway,
any...
that is to say, I encourage you to change Bran into a Hrothgar if you want to.
The isekai went wrong?
The isekai went wrong!
Really good. Alright, so, are we gonna continue busting ass through, Post-Shadowbringers? Alright, because we're still waiting on this fucking queue!
Yeah, I don't know if we're getting into this tonight, actually.
I don't know if we are.
That just might take us out of it.
Yeah, it does not matter to me. I just want to do it because it's on my Wondrous Tales, but, like, I don't think we're getting in there.
There are easier ways to get your Wondrous Tales.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to run some, extremes later, like, end of stream, after stream.
Oh, yeah. You know I do.
Ah, excellent. Okay. Cool. I continue cutscenes then.
Heck yeah.
Ah yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The emergence is already filling up with people of all persuasions, free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. But for you, our guest of honor, we've reserved a place at the front. Right this way, miss. Registration withdrawn. Rip.
Rip.
F in the chat for, trying to get into Rival Wings.
Yeah.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further,
Mr. Chinas.
Could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around?
Oh no?
Girl, you're never gonna believe where I just ended up.
What'd you do?
I'm in Arm Hill.
None of us
no.
have seen under Lord
Girl,
Forthry's
help.
rule.
Get me out of here.
Not only
I wanna
do we
be
stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town 2.
Oh, I hate this one.
Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end
They
of
really
which
should make
I
a
had
piece
the
of merch
honor
that
of
just
being
says I
chosen
survived
to
Armville and all I
succeed
got
Lord
was a stupid
Vorthry.
t-shirt.
Wear that to FanFest, yeah.
You place great
Yeah.
faith in me,
I'd wear
and I
FanFest.
promise to do my utmost to live up to
Did
your
you see the
expectations.
pictures of the person going around FanFest that had built a stack marker for themselves that lit up?
With integrity
What?
and fairness.
Okay, next time it, like, crosses my dash on Twitter, I'll send it to you.
Please do.
Because, like, it lights up, it does the little, like,
that.
animation. Allegedly, it also made the sound, and I think Yoshi P took a picture with them.
Let it be known that I do not
Good.
intend
Yeah.
to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Vorthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new. To what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength for Yulmore!
Alright. How's it going, Alpha now? Oh, another cutscene. Oh, make that not autoplay. Cool. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I've learned anything from all this, it's that change begins with the individual. 'Tis but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? We will not be moving into the Emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Oh, new people. Yes, of course. Hathenbet? Hathenbet, alright. Aye, that's me. I liked your speech, but there's folk outside these walls that don't have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting their crumbs. If you plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Bran. Hope to see you again before long.
You know what? That was actually kind of refreshing. Like, it's such a different attitude than what we would hear in America.
I mean, yeah.
Like, this is the government's fault. Like, no. It's, hey, what can I do to help?
Well, I mean, it was the government's fault when Vothri was in charge.
That's true.
And now we've made Vothri not in charge because he's dead now.
Yeah.
And now just a normal citizen, albeit one of the, like, functionally nobility here, has taken over.
Yeah, but also he's a guy who knows what he's doing.
Exactly, and he's making it very clear that he wants to, like, help and do the right thing, and he can be reasoned with if you want him to do something. And that people respond very positively to.
Yeah.
What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmar's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. Excuse me.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I can't be doing that. You're the one that's eepy.
It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
It's not even 9 o'clock yet. I have every confidence they'll find their way. I believe it's time we went on ours. So Alphino's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something better's taking its place. I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Yulmore for the people Master Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before, and one I'm happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit, just a matter of taking the first step. Alright, there we go. Truly, to see Kaishir thus inspired by your actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap beg Luke's studies have borne fruit in our absence. That's right, we're still trying to, like, get everyone home. Alright. Yeah. Crystarium. Ooh. Oh yeah, we do still need to, like, pick, like, a day for stream to do the, what are they, the Eden raids, you said?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's this other quest over here that was by the time you hear this, and I don't know what that one's about.
I actually haven't done that one yet myself.
Should we be, funny and go see what's going on over here?
If you'd like.
Sure. I'll at least, like, get the first little bit of it just to kind of see what the gist is.
Yeah.
I get materia.
That one, I'm wondering, no, because that can't be the Alliance raids, because the Alliance raids for Shadowbringers
are the near raids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not the normal raids, because that's Eden, which is going to see what Thancred and Reen are up to.
Maybe? It could be. Could be a bonus dungeon.
It might be bonus dungeon or trial. Let's see. Excuse me, a word if you'd be so kind. We of the Crystarium Guard have a request to make of you. Our researchers are planning to enter the Crystal Tower to learn more of its history, however, there's a problem. Now, what I'm about to reveal is strictly confidential. Were word to get out, panic would spread throughout the citizenry. Our scouts have reported that ferocious beasts and bizarre machines roam the hallways. Until we can eliminate these threats, none may enter. Strange ethereal readings have also been detected. We suspect that the phenomena are linked.
Okay, sounds like a dungeon.
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, sounds like a little Crystal Tower themed dungeon. The Exarch has ordered us to seek your aid in making the tower safe for our research to go about their work. He mentioned that you are better equipped than most to face the dangers that lurk in the tower, though he elected not to go into detail. Is this true? Ahaha, that's so funny that he says that. Then your prior experience may prove beneficial. Come, let us proceed to the entrance. Okay, let's see what this is all about.
As soon as I'm out of this, I can join you.
All good. Are you still in Armvale?
I'm on the last boss. I'm actually almost done with the last boss.
Yeah, Armvale's pretty fast.
We have a really good healer in here.
Oh, fuck yeah. I take your preparations are complete?
I got down to 80 health points, and we still haven't died.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, they're getting your comm, it sounds like.
Oh, they so are, because the red mage kept pulling shit to me.
Oh, buddy. You're not supposed to be doing that.
No, you are not. You are not supposed to be doing that.
Can't be doing that. Alright, listen carefully. You are to lead a party of elite troops into the tower and respond to any hostility with lethal force. Once the way is clear, the researchers can begin their expedition. Our main objective is to identify the source of the ethereal disturbance. The tower cannot be considered safe until we do. Should you encounter any opposition beyond your capabilities, you are to withdraw immediately. I wish you the best of luck. The twinning!
Oh!
Oh, fuck!
Oh my god, we have to.
We have to do the twinning. Okay, you finish up your thing and start out, grab those quests.
I'm coming to the Crystarium right now.
Okay, fuck yeah. Twinning time, twinning time.
Oh my god.
I knew twinning was Post-Shadowbringers, I just didn't know how to get it.
Oh my god.
I see you.
Also, look at Yume's new...
Her little minion?
Her other new outfit.
Yeah, when you're paused and talking to this NPC, I'll look at you. He was over here. Ooh, really good outfit. I also really like that hairstyle on her.
Right.
Very
it
pretty.
Her so well.
It does.
You can see her face again.
Yeah. Excellent. Really good little outfit. Oh, do we want to be in a party? To go twinning?
Yeah, we should be twinning. Hey, we gotta be twinning and twinning. Do we have matching outfits at all?
Do we have matching outfits?
We gotta be twinning and twinning.
Do you have a glamour with some of the near raid gear, like the 2B bottoms?
I could make one, but it would take a minute.
Okay, let me also look at
Perfect.
Yes, excellent. Alright, so you gotta talk to him again over here. Excellent, we can be twinning in the twinning.
We can be twinning and we gotta be twinning and twinning.
We gotta be twinning and twinning.
Alright, alright. Phew, okay, do I wanna... maybe I should heal this. Hang on. I'm gonna have to reset that glamour after this, but, like, so worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, I really don't want to... I'm sure it'll be okay.
I believe in you, in your ability to heal.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the confidence. Alright.
Less than 5 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna go do an MSQ cutscene.
Game content and we have a healer, or I'll take my chances.
Yeah. Alright. Go to the ocular. Alright, let's see.
Oh my god, I think I have to do this quest called Nuts to You.
Yeah, I think that's getting hunts in Shadowbringers.
Mm-hmm. I have to go do it right now.
Have you seen what the currency is that you get for completing Shadowbringers hunts? Yeah, you get sacks of nuts. You get nut sacks.
You get nut sacks?
Yeah, you get nut sacks.
Yeah, the nut sacks. We've all seen it.
Yeah, we've all seen it.
Bankrat's nut sacks. We've all seen them.
Yeah, we've all seen it. Wait, I know you. I saw your dick on Twitter. Alright, I have to read a cutscene, so we can't talk about Thancred's nutsacks anymore.
I mean, we could.
We could keep talking about it. It's like the Estinian's hole bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just adding that to the list.
We gotta talk about Estinian's hole.
We still haven't finished the Omega raids. Or at least I haven't finished them.
Haven't.
Yeah, we still haven't. So we have to go back to Estinian's hole.
We have to go back.
We have to visit Estinian's hole again.
Estinian's not even there anymore.
But it's still his hole.
Okay. Like, I don't even have any other response to that right now.
Listen, it's like how at the beginning of the game I had trouble reading the name Elidibus, and now I'm very capable of saying Elidibus, and I can read it out and there's no problems. I still want to call him EBDB because it's funny.
Yeah.
And now EBDB has become our, like, in-group slang term for getting possessed by an Asian.
Yeah.
And it's like, because Estinian was the first one inspecting that hole, that's his hole. That's the Estinian hole.
Yep. It's the Estinian.
It's my hole. It was made for me.
It was made for me.
Okay, I should probably read a cutscene before, we have to go into the twinning. Which hopefully you'll be seeing.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Alright. Welcome back. We are given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed, our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It's a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you'll see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Aura site? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference and concluded at length that White Aura site was ill-suited for our purposes. But Ariange, did you not say that compared to the massy soul of an Asian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did, and armed as we are with Beckvuk's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul. A link which would, we did belatedly realize— oh, twinning! We'll see what Ariange is saying in a minute.
Sorry, Ariange.
Sorry to interrupt, right. Ariange.
We gotta be twinning and twinning.
We gotta be twinning.
Oh,
the fucking music.
It's the circus tower.
Yeah. Like, I knew this, like, from watching, like, the meme videos about it, I knew this place, like, looked a lot like Crystal Tower raids.
Yeah. Alright, who do we got? We got a warrior. Okay, that means I don't have to do shit.
Oh, fuck yeah. See? Good idea to be healer.
Don't count your chickens. That was a joke.
Oh. Have some buffs?
Like, no, like, genuinely, warriors need the least amount of babysitting because they have so many self-heals.
Yeah.
But also...
Oh, this one's on me. Why do I have that one? I'm moving over here now. Alright, cool. We're good.
Oh my god, they really... This music!
It's so fucking good!
Yo! I love this version of this. Oh my god. You ever get that, like, nostalgia that just brings tears to your eyes and you can't really explain why?
Yeah.
It's like the same, God, what was the Blue's Clues guy's name again? Was it Steve? Steve!
Yeah.
I saw his video like, when they were doing, like, was it the 20th anniversary?
Something like that.
And they brought him back to, like, do some promo videos about it.
Yeah.
And I heard his voice, and just... I was 5 years old again.
Yeah.
And just absolutely in tears.
Yeah, like, the effect of nostalgia on the human brain, absolutely fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, like, it really was just like hearing an old friend's voice for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't really have any super specific memories of Blue's Clues. But as soon as I heard his voice, I was just like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's my buddy. I know him.
The one specific, memory I do have of Blue's Clues is the, I don't remember if it was a movie or an episode, but they were doing a magic show.
Uh-huh.
And what was the cat's name?
Oh, I do not remember the cat.
It was the purple cat. I think it was like, Periwinkle, maybe?
Are you talking about Magenta?
No, that's the dog.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought Magenta was another dog.
No, I am talking about a cat. It was a cat, because Blue doesn't really talk.
Yeah.
And if I recall correctly, neither did Magenta.
Makes sense, yeah.
But I think the cat's name was Periwinkle.
Mm-hmm.
And this cat was doing a card trick for the magic show. And it was like, pick a card, any card. No, not that card.
Is that what you keep quoting when you do that bit?
Yes!
Because I've heard you do that before. Pick a card, any card. Yes. No, not that card.
No, not that card.
No, not that card. That's the lore. You were quoting Blue's Clues.
I was quoting Blue's Clues the entire time.
The whole time. Ooh, mini boss.
No, it was Blue's Clues? Always has been.
Always has been.
But yeah, that's like the only thing I can remember. I don't even really remember hearing Steve's voice. But
yeah, but like, he does most of the talking in the episode, so like, it's somewhere in your brain, so you'll recognize him the next time you hear him.
And like, I did!
Yeah.
It was really crazy.
Yeah.
I love psychology.
You majored in it.
I did major in it. Alright, so the number of swords is significant. Got it.
Yep.
No! No!
Oh, okay, so don't stand near the glass when he does that.
Don't stand near the glass? Or is that just gonna happen anyway?
No, because he did it at you and you were standing near that one and it hit the thing behind you. Oh, and same with one of the people on this side.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he got my ass.
So don't bring AoEs.
Don't bring AoEs near the glass. We're learning so much today. I'm so proud of us.
We are learning so much today.
Have some buffs.
Thank you! Nobody's died yet. I wonder if this warrior's getting mad at me, though. Because I haven't been healing her.
Stack. I mean, she seems fine.
She's been taking care of herself. Like, I looked up and she was like half health, and then I was about to heal her. And let's get out of the burns.
Ah! Let me get out of the burns. Okay.
Okay, so I have a 1.
I have 3, so let me stand here near the glass that's already broken. Ha-ha!
Yeah, perfect. Alright, let me give you some heal.
Please?
Let me hit a loose screaming. Let me give a group heal.
Here, let me give you a boost to your healing. I keep forgetting I can do that. Okay, don't be near the glass. Ah, ow.
Let me give you some healing.
Thanks.
Because the tank can handle herself, apparently. That's not me being better. That's just...
Just in awe at warriors.
Warriors, man. They're fucking...
I really want to pick up warrior. Partially just because I think Ardbird's neat, and he was a warrior.
You're right.
Yeah, I think that's a good reason to pick up a class. But
there was an
Ironworks data log there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But before I pick up warrior, I really want to do the picking up Gunbreaker the hard way stream.
Yeah. What did we say we were gonna do with that again?
So basically my idea was, as a bit, we get a group of enough of our friends to fill out a whole party so we don't have to subject randos to this. But I pick up Gunbreaker and we go into just like a random duty roulette before I even do like the Gunbreaker tutorial. And then we go into Palace of the Dead after we do a funny little we all die a lot dungeon.
See, yeah, you're right.
Like, it'd be funny as a bit, but we can't subject randos to that.
We can't, and it's gonna sound bad, but I promise I have a reason for saying this.
Uh-huh.
We can't bring Theo in either.
Oh. we can't subject Theo to it.
Theo, it's not that, it's that Theo will be trying to be too nice and try to explain to you how Gunbreaker works.
Oh, and that's not the point of the bit.
That's not the point of the bit.
We can bring in Theo when we go into Palace of the Dead.
If he wants to go into Palace of the Dead with us, he's welcome.
Yeah, because then I'll be actually, like, paying attention and seeing what all my new abilities do, and why do I have aggro this guy?
Just keep running.
I'm sprinting to y'all to bring him up to the tank.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Oh, we got loot. Neat.
Did we?
Yeah, she just grabbed a treasure coffer. It's stuff I don't need, so I will pass. And everyone else can have stuff.
In here. What the hell? Ew. Sorry, that sounded mean. I'm better than this. To be fair, my boss did say I need to be more mean today.
See, there you go. There you go. That's the spirit.
Oh, shit.
You okay? Oh!
No.
Oh!
No, I'm not.
Oh, hey,
Did
I have
she went back to the front? Are you kidding me?
She didn't let you res her?
No.
Damn! Okay.
Swear to God, if they start fighting without us.
That would be such a terrible idea for them. Well, we get to run around with this music for a minute.
I do like this music.
I just realized, our other DPS, the Samurai, is named Lionel Johnson.
I love that.
He's just got a funny little name. Alright, cool. Ready to ball? Ready to ball.
Yep.
Yeah, Secret, your comments made me what made me realize his name was Lionel Johnson.
What is that from again?
I have no idea. He's just a Hrothgar named Lion. But it's gotta be a reference to something.
I know it is.
I'm missing something.
I know that it is. What the hell? Okay. We gotta not do...
Oh, it's Warhammer 40k. That's why I don't know it. I guess we'll have to tell Sarah about it later.
Yeah, Sarah and Chad.
Yeah. They know Warhammer. It's a Primarch name. Okay.
Yeah. I know of Warhammer.
I know a little bit of Warhammer. I know slightly more than you probably do, because I used to very, very briefly play and paint the figures, because my dad's really into it.
Wait, I thought it was a video game.
Well, it's a very large franchise. I think mostly it is a, like, miniatures, like, strategy game. Or at least that's, like, one aspect of it, but, like, there's novels, there's video games, there's movies, there's all kinds of shit involved in Warhammer. And, like, tons and tons of convoluted lore. So it's a really fun series. But my dad's, like, really into it and has been for, like, a long time. So me and my brother used to also paint some of the miniatures with him and got, like, some of our own sets. So I used to play a group called Tyranids, and I thought they were really neat.
Huh. Okay.
What is this mechanic? I feel like oh, yep, don't want to be near the balls.
Yep. That sounds about right. Okay.
Don't eat the balls. It is not Pride Month.
Woo. And it's not Disability Awareness Month either. Oh well. Because that comes after Pride Month.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Feel like we don't want to let those touch. Ow.
Alright. Whoa.
Hey, let's occupy the same space, Lion. Alright, cool. Uh-oh.
Why were you guys occupying the same space when you had... Was I the only one with the targeted AoE?
Maybe? I think you were.
Horrifying, thank you.
It might have been you and the tank, but me and Lion were good. We were just both dodging the same AoEs. Yeah, this thing.
Oh
I don't want to be here. Oh, okay.
Dude.
I took a Vuln stack, but it's fine.
The tank brought theirs to me that time.
Horrifying.
Anyway. Yeah, I guess I kind of deserved that being such a bad healer in here, though.
I mean, it's your first time in here. Like, you're not gonna do perfectly, but, like, you're doing pretty good.
Alright. Interesting that these are called... Hey, is it just me or do those names look too much like Graha?
Look very much like Graha. Why do I have the aggro? Ah, I don't want it.
Keep running, keep running.
That's what I'm doing. I get a little cutscene.
Oh, I also get a little cutscene.
Because this is your first time here.
Yeah.
Is this Alexander?
It is!
This is such a great dungeon for music. Holy shit. The Tycoon, Artificial Enigma. Oh, this is just the first Alexander.
What?
Hey, this dungeon fucking rules.
Hmm?
Oh, we're going backwards. It turned us around, I don't know why. Oh, we got loot. Aiming, I'll take that. Healing, I will pass. Alright. We made it. Mapping the realm.
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
What is Alexander doing in here?
I mean, this one lives here.
What do you mean he lives here?
Apparently this one just lives here because this is the first version of Alexander. Oh, oops. Oh.
Oh boy, okay. Oh, Bran.
But I only got hit with the one thing.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh. There we go. Oh. 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 It's okay. Get to me when you get to me.
Oh, I don't have crap.
You're alright.
No, I don't have MP. Alright, I'm gonna try. Nope, okay. I'm trying so hard.
Thank you, friend.
You're so welcome.
Oh, I should have used my second wind. That's on me.
Oh crap, I should have been healing you!
You're fine.
Oh girl, we slide in. Alright, give me 2 seconds.
Alright. We're back in. Ah!
We're back in the system.
We're back in the system.
Going back to the end. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's almost dead.
Oh. Oh my god, that just gave me a heart attack.
Your life flashed before your eyes.
It did! You saw that! Did yours not?
No, I, like, saw the boss's health and was like, oh, this thing's going to go down at the last possible second.
I couldn't even look at how far the boss was because I was that
Alright.
busy.
Calm the tank.
Please calm that stupid tank.
I'm gonna pass on the earring, because I don't need it.
I also don't need it.
Alright. Well, now we can finish this quest.
No comms?
I also didn't get a comm.
Oh my god, neither of them comm.
Either neither of them conned or they commed each other.
Awful.
Oh well. Whoop. Accidentally hit my PC. Alright. Excellent work. Not only did you reveal the cause of the ethereal fluctuations, you were able to remove the threat entirely. Thanks to you, the researchers have already completed their preliminary observations. Their findings were somewhat surprising. The Crystal Tower appears not to have been created by the Ronkins or any other known civilization. Ah, that's so funny. Its origins are veiled in mystery, much like the Exarch and yourself. That's crazy. Forgive me, it's not the time for idle speculation. We have, however, recovered an artifact, though its purpose is unclear. It may even be purely decorative. Mm-hmm.
I do love that, like, they just can't wrap their heads around the existence of a multiverse.
Well, I don't think Graha's, like, outright told them about the multiverse. They just know he appeared and he brought the Crystal Tower?
When you first got to the first,
Mm-hmm.
he did say something about, like, hey, keep that on the down low. Trust me, I've tried telling people about this.
Oh.
It doesn't end well.
That makes sense, yeah. That's right. That's why he tells you to just say, like,
Is it
we're from
Omega?
Maybe. Let me see. Have you encountered anything like this?
Sorry, I gotta further ahead than you.
Oh, no, you're fine. I don't know, because I haven't done, like, much of the Omega raids at all.
It's definitely something from the Ironworks.
Yeah. Because it said there were Ironworks, like, data logs in the tower.
Oh no.
This has come to carry out our plan. This will be my last recording. The what? With the tower activated and the temporal displacement apparatus online, all that remains is to throw the switch and pray. I'm sorry. I truly am. I wish there was another way. You are our best chance of success, our only hope. Your gift will allow you to become one with the tower and survive the journey through time and space. Where our technology is advanced as that of the Alligans, perhaps we could have gone with you. Alas, it was not to be. When you're finally reunited, all of the hardship, all of the sacrifice will have been worth it, I'm sure. Just promise me you'll spare a thought for those you leave behind. And we'll be thinking of you too, for as long as this world lasts, though I fear it will not be for much longer.
This was the final message to Graha.
Yeah, this is the final message to Graha from, like, before he moved the Crystal Tower.
Oh my god!
Oh shit! This is Biggs, third of his name, 18th president of Garland Ironworks, signing off. May the 12th be at your side, Grahatia. Bzz.
Biggs took over the Ironworks after Sita. Oh no.
Oh my god!
I gotta go lay down right now.
This was a really good, like, thing to do at random.
Yeah!
God. A person's voice coming from a machine? To be honest, I cannot make head nor tail of it. Do you have any idea what that was about? You could say that. If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
Oh.
Yes, I can tell you no more than you're letting on. Very well, I will not begrudge you your secrets. Though one thing was clear, even to me. The people who left the message were facing a great catastrophe. They placed their faith in the Crystal Tower in much the same way that we have done ever since the Flood of Light.
Haha, that's so crazy.
Haha, that's so crazy!
It's the symbol of hope, no matter where it goes.
Haha, imagine! Our prayers for salvation were answered when you and the Exarch returned the night to us and freed us from the terror of the Sin Eaters. I sense this was all made possible by those people from a time long forgotten. We should do our utmost to learn more of them. perhaps the research will uncover more of these messages. In any case, you have performed admirably in service of the Crystarium. We may have need of your strength and guidance in days to come. Until then, fare you well. Man, that was a good quest.
That was a really good.
That was a really good quest. Like, I'm glad we did that.
I need a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, holy shit. I'm gonna go back over to where that was and see if there's, like, anything in that, like, area.
Like...
Yeah, no, looks like it got, like,
wait a minute.
taken away.
Yeah, I didn't finish the, wait a minute. Rate and review.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind. That quest was already there before. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in tears. Oh.
Man.
I do have to be right back, actually.
Okay.
I realized I forgot to water my tomatoes.
Oh, no!
My poor tomatoes. It is kind of getting dark, so...
It is! Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and, start this cutscene back up again, so I will,
Go for it. Enjoy.
Man, I didn't realize that's how we unlock the twinning. I had just heard the twinning was a fun dungeon, but... Man! That was good! Alright, new mayor... News. Okay, Auracite. So the Auracite isn't gonna work because it's gonna separate the mind and soul? Okay. So, Urianger mentioned that the Auracite should have worked. That I did. And armed as we were with Begluk's invaluable insight, would indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul. Hang on 1 second, I have to cough. Okay, better. A link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Auracite doth require. Thus, the shedding of these fleshy simulacra, and the surfeit of aether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive of us our psyches as well. It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Auracite instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process. Which is why we have abandoned that plan and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together. We are no closer to a solution than when we first began. It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarchs posited a most intriguing solution. When our discussions turn to the transference of memories in the psyche, I cannot help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. Brent, do you recall what we learned at my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Une? I speak of the royal eye of the Allagon imperial line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Allagons. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allagons were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps then we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but with the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation. We will follow it wheresoever it leads. While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Bran return to the source and inform Kral and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tara will be relieved to hear he made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings unto Thancred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. Ah, dramatic little flourish bow. Oh, I didn't realize I'm out of water. My bad. Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Alright. back we go. You can keep her. Hang on. Oh, okay, so that just travels us to the first. Seeing as we set up a site here anyway, we decided to conduct a thorough investigation of the tower's base. Okay. Oh yeah, that's just the levees of St. Canuck Field. I keep seeing, like, blue quests occasionally and being like, oh, that's something I gotta do. Not that one. Not really. Miss Tataru. I miss her every time we have to be, like, away from here. Bran, you're back. How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Kyle will be here shortly and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean. God, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here. Upon speaking with Tataru, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Okay, I'm gonna say no on that one for right now and wait for Alyssa to get back so that, because I assume something is going to happen. And Alyssa will probably want to, watch me watch that. So let me see here. Man, what quest, or what things do I want to level up? So I'm really trying to get Dancer up to level 80 so I can keep using that in Post-Shadowbringers until I get to Endwalker, and then probably switch back to maining Bard until I get that to level 90. I need to get Monk up to level 70, and then I'm gonna let myself probably pick up Lancer is one of my next DPSs I want to do. Eventually I might do Machinist, but probably after I pick up Gunbreaker. We have to figure out when we want to do the fun little Gunbreaker stream. And then I can pick up... It's Marauder that turns into Warrior, I think? That sounds right. I don't know if I ever want to pick up healing classes or magical range DPS. I want to do melee and physical DPS. Oh, that's right. I need to... Do I have all my recommended gear? I don't. Let me Glamour back on correctly. There we go. The Eye of Nidhogg, but it's one of those impossible cakes. That'd be fucking hilarious. Oh wow, I'm really close to leveling up my Moogles up to friendly. I didn't realize that. Then Shadowbringers, I'm almost done with the Pixies. Finally. Well, I'm almost up to level 6 with the Pixies, and there's only 7 levels? Let me look at my achievements while I'm waiting. Oh, I got... Oh, okay. That was the PvP rank 1 that I got. Neat. Participate in the Frontline campaign. Slowy's friend. Neat. What was I just looking at? Right, quest, tribal quests. I'm also working on the Sylphs. Where am I at with the Sylphs? Realm Reborn. Yeah, I'm at level 2 recognized, which I'm a ways away from getting up to. But now I can accept like 6 of their quests per day, which pretty good. So there's only 4 levels there. 90% invasive thoughts positive right now, so I'm becoming a giggly little blather snake. Honestly, I appreciate that. It's nice to have, something to bounce off of, even if it's, like, quote-unquote, like, random. So, like, feel free. I still have to, like, talk to the kobolds and the Sahagin at some point. I need to go back to doing the Ixal quests. Especially for, crafting stuff that I'm lower level in. And then I can do that. And Sore Thumb, Friends Forever quest. Because I've not gotten any of my, tribal things to, like, the max level I can. So I haven't done any of the, like, really big quests for them all together, apparently. That I guess happens after, you get all of them in the expansion.
What are we looking at?
I'm looking at tribal stuff. I was waiting for you to come back and just kind of filling time by looking at stuff I can do later.
Okay.
So I was looking at where I'm at on my, like, tribal stuff, so I've been trying to help the Sylphs, which I'm at level 2 at.
Yes, there is a side quest that unlocks when you complete all of the ARR tribal quests.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm close to my next level with the Moogles. And then I haven't really been doing a whole lot with Stormblood tribals, but I'm close to level 6 with the Pixies. Like, I think I'll get that today if I go through and do it. But the reason I was waiting for you is because when I talked to Tataru, several cutscenes will play in sequence,
Yes.
and I'm scared.
This might be a solo duty.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't say anything about solo duty, it just says several
Sometimes
cutscenes.
they do that.
Oh, okay. You know, it'd be funny in Dawntrail if it brought back another old 1.0 class for the caster. That would be really funny. I don't know what 1.0 classes there were that, like, aren't in the main game, because I know basically nothing about 1.0. I know Louis Sois was there.
Okay. I know you could talk to Louis Sois. I know Thancred, his character was very different.
Yeah, I know a lot of the
characters were there.
Yeah, but a lot of them were, like, very, very different in a lot of ways. The old Arcanist, not the new Arcanist.
Okay, so they revamped Arcanist.
They revamped Arcanist. Interesting.
Interesting.
It'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, wait for Kryle's return. We'll tell Kryle and Tataru that we can't use Auracite anymore.
Right. I think this might be a,
oh, okay. Yeah, we can't use the white Auracite anymore, but Graha and his Specialize are somehow going to be able to help.
I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the First?
Well, Thancred's a dad now, and...
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white Auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh, you're back.
Estinian?
Yeah!
It's been so long since we've been in the same room as Estinian.
This is the one I was thinking it was.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Oh, he's got a new little outfit.
And none the worse for wear, I see.
Another one.
Another one.
Estinian! Oh, thank the gods! We've been worried
They really
sick.
do change
Did you
Estinian's
lose your
clothes
link
more
pearl or
often than
something?
any other character. Except Tataru.
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the castle.
He's like a little dress-up doll.
One of yours, Rio. He thought it best we come straight here.
This Ken's job is Dragoon.
More complicated how?
Like, I don't know if they were just like, well, we can have a bunch of different little outfits for all the other scions.
After entering the Empire via Razad,
so we have to, like,
I went
speed
about my
run
mission
his.
of investigating Black
Yeah, because he gets slightly less screen time than everyone else, so anytime he's on screen, they have to shove in, like, all of his, like, fan service stuff.
Shadow Hunter.
Yeah.
Gaius Balesar. Our goals being...
Oh, this is where he's talking about his new best friend.
Forces and ventured
Yeah,
on
his
into
new
the heart of the
best friend,
capital,
Gaius Balesar.
to the very
Yeah, you know.
the palace itself. There, we found a man whom all assumed dead.
Oh, and now we're being told that, Xenos is alive?
But his soul lives on. And he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos ye Galvas.
Yeah, he won't have that
Nor did
title
the
for long.
surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold
Or I guess
blood.
I should say, not much longer.
Yeah.
The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
Ruh-roh.
What's wrong?
Echo time.
Echo time! What happened to Gaius? Is Estinian's bestie okay?
Don't worry about it.
See, he's fine. Nothing bad happens. That's a fun little ability. Oh, fuck. This one's not voiced. I've seen him in action.
He kind of came back a little fucked up.
Yeah. Did you see what he was doing with the sword?
It's like glowing.
It's glowing, and also the sword itself is broken, but the glow around it is that of, like, a whole sword.
Oh. Huh.
So he's doing something to probably make that continue to serve as, like, a full sword and not a broken one.
Interesting.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. And you know what? He's having fun.
Yeah.
Alright. I've seen him in action, his body at least. It will not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easily to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means. Oh, they're gonna power friendship kill Xenos? For what good it will do. The Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice. Come then.
Yeah, because this is when they're starting to transition Xenos into being a Reaper.
Yeah, because I've seen, like, he gets a new costume, new design, and he's definitely a Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
But I clearly have not gotten to that part where they change him over.
Mm-mm. Holy shit, Estinian.
God, you can just tell these two have been having so much fun hanging out together.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the simple pleasure of one's own flesh. Truly, there's no place like home. Abomination. Whatever he is, Bran was barely a match for him. We stay here much longer. Emperor Varys, you Radiants, are you alright? Oh boy, bad news, guys. We may wear out our welcome. Oh, so they see Gaius and Estinian next to the body and not Xenos? Must even the most middling of sport be spoiled. The world conspires to bore me. But I have no cause to remain. I leave these vermin to you. Xenos! Oh, there he goes. Good Lord, Estinian. Well, any bright ideas?
Good Lord, Estinian, did you see Gaius?
I mean, I saw Gaius, but then, like, Estinian crashed into the floor and caused, like, a big explosion.
Dragon fire dive, baby.
I gotta pick up Lancer sometime. I think once I get Monk to 70, I'll be happy with that, and then I'll pick up Lancer.
Heck yeah.
Oh, there they go.
You know, every time I see Estinian's run cycle, I have to wonder, I have to pause and think to myself, is that stupid?
It's, like, so close to a Naruto run.
But he's got the spear in his hand.
But he's
so,
holding
like,
a weapon so he can't, like, have his arms back behind him. But he's so close.
Secret. So Xenos gave himself the echo, specifically Kryle's echo.
Yes. So that's exactly what that little eye thing is Xenos stole, like, a copy of Kryle's echo.
Yeah. Because, yes, he was experimenting with that. When he considered Fortola a success, he gave it to himself as well.
Yeah. So then they both got it, and it went great for both of them. Uh-huh. Nothing bad happens in Final Fantasy. Alright. The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available Magitech armor. We cannot let them escape. Oh. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh! Oh, I get to do an Estinian, solo duty. Okay, what are my shit here? Okay, so that does combo. Ah!
Alright, so it looks like you've got your combo and you've got Dragon Fire Dive.
Okay, so that's what you just did. Alright, cool.
So they call it Sky Dragon Dive for him. That's interesting.
Okay. That's right, because you've already, like, picked up, Dragoon stuff.
Oh, yeah. I picked that up way back on Daisy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Daisy was a Dragoon.
Because I never got her into Heavensward.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that.
We're not going to talk about it.
We don't have to talk about it. Oh, God. There's a lot of guys. Alright, let's go.
Have you seen the potion bottle as a selfie?
Yeah. Oh.
It is kind of funny how the game just gets slightly more crunchy during combat.
Yeah. Oh, we're splitting up?
Okay. It's not, it fixed itself. It's not, like, pixelated anymore.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so, what's funny is, why didn't Estinian take the high? Anyway.
See, this is really making me want to pick up Lancer.
It is literally the simplest class.
I don't know, Monk's been pretty easy.
You haven't picked up Dragoon.
Oh boy.
Dragoon is literally just button light up, press it. Button light up, press it. Button light up, press it.
Oh, okay, so it's like Dancer.
I haven't picked up Dancer.
Dancer is button light up, press it. Really good class. Alright. Well, someone's been busy. Is that...
Don't worry about it.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
Is that just...
What about it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Volatile prototype, Arch Ultima. And you would bar my way, would you? So be it. But who's the naked guy in there? Is he okay? I missed what Estinian was saying because I'm thinking about the naked guy. I don't think he's okay. The original Ultima didn't have a naked guy in it.
No, Gaius was involved.
Oh, okay. I don't think Gaius was naked at that time.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, I get different skills entirely. Hang on, pause the fight. I have to look at these. An attack, okay. Bigger attack with DOT. Absorbs a portion of damage dealt to HP. Okay, cool. Recover. Horrid Roar. Delivers an attack with nearby enemies. Okay, so that's AoE. Does not share recast number with any other actions. Okay. Jumping fire-based attack target on all enemies nearby, and basically my limit break. Okay. Okay.
Alright, good luck.
Should probably go ahead and apply my DOT. Should probably zoom out so I can... There we go. Ah. Be careful of the Magitech rays. Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, is that... Now loading data sample 14? What's data sample 14? I don't think I'm gonna like data sample 14.
That sounds like a dodge phase.
Just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving, moving. I gotta really focus on doing my, one that heals me.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, I gotta really focus on the one that heals me.
Oh, please heal yourself, girl.
I'm trying! He keeps hitting me!
Then move away from him and use your self-heal.
I'm just gonna keep moving. I'm just gonna not stop moving. He's uploading more data. I don't like more data.
Alright, that sounds like a dodge phase. this, though. You've already gotten well.
Oh, yeah. Eye on the prize, baby. Ah! I don't like that. Do I need to...
Yeah.
Should I be getting these guys? Maybe. Like, one attack's killing each of them, so I feel like it's probably a fair choice to just murk them. Oh, there, that was a self-destruct. Alright. Ah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna try again and move a little bit smarter this time.
Yeah, you got
I do have to start the entire thing again.
You can skip the cutscenes.
I can skip all the cutscenes, though. I just have to do that first part of the solo duty to get to that part of the solo duty, which is a little bit rude. Okay, I almost had that. Should I just go normal again, or should I put it at easy?
Did you... Was it at normal, or was it at easy?
It was at normal, because that's the first time I did it. Normal? Alright, cool.
Thanks, Secret.
Will I give in to peer pressure from chat? Probably.
I think Secret should get our fan of Hero Wood.
Yeah.
Hero Wood?
Just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving, moving. There we go.
Hi, Saber.
Oh, Saber over here? I can't hear her, like, through my
now.
headphones, but you can hear her, like, through my microphone.
Mic.
Alright, so here's the part where we, split up.
See, Secret, I'm a weenie, and...
Yeah, like, I think the only one I've really set to easy, or I think I actually set it to very easy because I had such a hard time with it, was the one of fighting Sadu.
Yeah, I set that one. I might have... Any time that I failed a solo duty the first time, I set it to very easy.
Yeah, like, there's been a lot of solo duties that I've had no problem with. The ones that I have, like, like, the first time I die, I'll kind of, like, figure out how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Because, like, some of them, it's like, oh, I messed up, like, one mechanic, and now I know what to do the right way. Okay, I can do this on normal.
Yeah,
other ones,
like,
I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. Please, just
like
be
that
easy.
Grand Melee.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna skip the little cutscene.
And, like, you and I tend to struggle with different mechanics.
Yeah.
Which, like, is really interesting because, you know, like anything, we're gonna have our strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. We have strengths and weaknesses. We have our own different play styles on things.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, I have a DOT.
And, like, this game is designed for, like, certain playstyles will struggle a little bit more on certain content.
Exactly, yeah. Like, some things you're gonna have to, like, strategize one way and other things a different way. And it's gonna reward some playstyles sometimes and other playstyles at a completely different time, which always very interesting. I'm just gonna keep, like, moving and, doing my thing. DOT. Okay, so they're loading data sample 14. This part was simple enough. Oop. Alright. Now I should start doing some of this. And getting these things with extreme prejudice. And going over here. And get out of the... almost missed getting out of the way of that. Okay. Take your DOT. Heal me. Drive back the Garlean soldiers with a... Oh, horde roar? Okay. Oh, I'm almost dying. Okay. Please let me heal myself. This is the part that, like, almost killed me, last time.
I think you got this.
Okay, so I really just gotta, like, focus on, like, dodging AoEs during this bit.
Yeah, you're in a couple of them right now. Oh, girl, heal.
I'm trying! Okay, so I didn't have to worry about those, little mini robots, like, at all. Okay. I think while it's doing this stuff, I can just get free hits and heals, which I will abuse the fuck out of. Gotta keep moving. Just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving, moving. What do? We move. Wrath of Nidhogg. This is just a thing he can do?
Taste my lungs.
Oh, yeah. This isn't even, like, the full extent of what you can do now.
Oh no, like, that's not a Dragoon thing. The Wrath of Nidhogg's an Estinian thing.
Yeah. That's not even the full extent of what he can do.
Oh my god. Are they gonna explain the naked guy?
No. He's just the pilot.
Okay.
Except he's been, like, fused with it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, the Garleans are messed up.
Yeah, I don't like that. Garleans and their machina. Now, where are you, Gaius? Yeah, where's your buddy? Where's your new best friend?
Your new best friend, Gaius Balesar.
Yeah. Okay, so Kryl also just did that solo duty.
Are you alright?
peer into my past,
Yeah,
did
there
you?
are a couple. Okay. You don't give each other that look and not be
Well, I
lesbians.
didn't quite relive the
Yeah.
experience as you did, but
I would
witnessed
absolutely
one.
believe that Tataru and Kryle are in lesbians with each other.
I'm still not
Right?
sure what I think of
Yeah.
this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
Yeah, that's something Xenos would do.
To think their research into the Echo could
It's
bear
exactly
such
what he did.
fruit.
Yeah.
Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds. My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray. Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces. Ah, I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention. He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and Al Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
Ew, my credit card bill is due.
Ew.
I suppose we should all be getting on
So
then.
you want money?
As ever, we will see
In
to the
this
Archon's
economy?
needs.
In
the
this
meantime, why not
economy?
get some rest? You've more than earned it.
Ponder what Gaius
on.
does in
In his spare time? I don't think he has spare time.
He doesn't, and the little time he does get, apparently is spent adopting kids.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Please do Sorrow Warlet.
Have I unlocked that, or is that after Shadowbringers?
It is post-Shadowbringers. You are getting close to it, I think.
Oh, okay. So as we move that way, can I really quick take a tiny break and go get some water and probably a snack?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up a little BRB screen. Give me like maybe 5 minutes maximum.
Yeah. I love how you're like asking me for permission.
I don't know why. Like I'm in charge of that. I could stop the stream if I wanted to. I just don't want to.
I could do nothing to stop you.
You can't stop me. We'll be right back. There we go. We are back.
Let's go.
I have more water. I have had a granola bar. I have gone to the bathroom. Ready to ball.
Let's go. Alright, Taru.
Alright. You must be shattered after all that hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Beglu can manage without you. They've got enough scions to help him if you ask me. They got a lot of scions over there.
Many. So many. All
Meanwhile,
right.
in Garlemald.
Meant to finish this quest.
What the fuck is happening in Garlemald? Oh, hang on.
Nothing
there we go.
Good.
Oh boy. Traitors, who would dare deny Lord Nerva the throne? Oh, that's right, there's no king and Xenos dipped.
Yeah. So, we have a second civil war.
Onward! Before this day is done, victory shall be ours! Is Xeno staying out of this even though he caused it? Boring, boring, boring.
You think Xenos would just stay out of it?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about. Do you think? I find it amusing. Like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse. Who the fuck are you talking to?
Don't worry about it.
Oh? What are you doing here? That Hugh, your soul is... Who are you? Before your majesty, I am but another dog, lost in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. For I know full well the prey you would seek next. Zodiark. Meanwhile, in Yulmorn the First. Yeah, that sounds worrisome.
It won't come up.
I'm sure it won't come up. Did you hear?
It won't come up.
It'll never come up. Nothing ever comes up in Final Fantasy.
Come up.
Did you hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks, and they're looking for laborers. There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages, too. They're even laying on free Talos to help anyone willing to make the move. Free Talos? Huh, we'd best get packing. Steady work, board, and lodging? If that's not a recipe for hope, I don't know what is. Hope. Oh hey, it's my buddy!
Is it
Wait,
though?
Is it though? Yes, so long as I yet live, I would see that feeble flame rekindled. But, he's supposed to be a ghost.
Not even a ghost anymore.
I'm sure it's fine.
Uh-huh.
It is my destiny to see our dream fulfilled. I'm sure it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not gonna worry about it. Uh-huh. Old enemies, new threats. Not even worried about it.
Good luck.
Bran, my, what a pleasant surprise. As if I haven't just been standing here this whole time. You've come to inquire after the Archons. Fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing the corporeal ether. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete its work. Only we can go with you to the first and help. Pardon the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news. What we got? Oh yeah, this guy. I almost forgot about him.
Maxima.
Yeah, Maxima. Ah, Bran, it's been far too long, my friend.
Going?
Forgive me, I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador, I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Alden, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire.
It's that time already. Oh, hey, Theo.
Oh? We got a Theo?
We got a Theo.
We got a Theo! Alright. Ah, yes, I've heard stories of the defector from Garlemald, but never mind that, you said you have urgent news. Indeed, as you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Garlean force has been recalled from the Gimlet Dark. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance is withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And it is there that we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Okay, so I think I'm about to go to the Gimlet Dark. Or be able to, at least. Commander Alden has arranged for him. Oh?
Wait, haven't you already been to the Gimlet Dark?
I don't remember. If it's a place I've already been to, I do not remember. What was the Gimlet Dark?
The dungeon. It was the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you've already been to the Gimlet Dark.
Ah, okay. Cool. Alright. Commander Alden has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He's also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was clear to whom he wished to extend his invitation. It would seem time is of the essence. Well, you'll not be attending this meeting alone. Though I am not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all of this. Yes, of course, we must make for the Alamegan Quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two! Oh, her little curtsy.
Yeah. I love Tataru.
Miss Tataru.
She's the best girl.
Alright, Alamegan Quarter. We're not walking there, that's for sure.
Oh! Yeah, we're getting close to, unlocking Star of Warlit.
That's what you were talking about, getting through. Okay, Sorrow of Warlit. For some reason, my brain, like, saw Gimlet Dark after that, and I was like, yeah, that's the thing Alyssa was talking about.
No.
That's not Sorrow of Warlit. Sorrow of Warlit is not Gimlet Dark. And I am not able to traverse the Alamegan Quarter.
You're not allowed to what?
I'm not able to traverse the Alamegan Quarter. I have to fly up to the top and, like, go over the map.
Yeah.
Fuck these hallways.
These hallways.
Fuck these hallways. Alright, Commander Alden awaits us at the Royal Palace. If you would follow me. Alright. Hang on, why do I have a DM on Discord?
It was from me.
Oh, you're sending me cat videos?
I'm sending you cat videos because I love you.
I appreciate them.
And I bring you cat videos the way cats bring dead rats to
They're here,
people.
Commander.
You mean like Saber would bring me dead rats and live ones?
Yeah.
She caught a lizard in the house the other day.
Did she actually catch it, or did Sarah manage to grab her before she could?
So Saber had basically caught it, because Sarah was like in her office, working from home, and heard like a bunch of like thunking around, in like my craft room right next to it. But she couldn't see Saber. But she was like, oh, she's just got like one of her toys. Sometimes she gets the zoomies in the middle of the day, normal. But then like, she heard this like really loud thud, and she was like, huh, Saber doesn't usually like play that hard, and went to go check on her and see if she like knocked something over. And Saber was like sitting in front of like on the floor where she had like a little blue-tailed skink that she had basically caught. It wasn't dead, it was still alive, it just wasn't moving because it had been caught by a cat. And it was like scared out of its fucking mind. And she was like kind of like about to like bat at it, and Sarah like stopped her and went and got like a Tupperware bowl and like put it on top of the lizard, which Saber was very confused about because she wasn't able to play with it anymore with the Tupperware on top of it. And so she kind of started like kind of batting at the bowl, and Sarah had to like walk away from it again and leave Saber with the lizard, to go get a piece of paper to slide under it to get the lizard out of the house.
Right.
And like she could hear as she was like getting this piece of paper, like Saber was about to figure out that she could just knock off the Tupperware container and get to the lizard. So like Sarah got back into the craft room and like shooed Saber away. I was like, ah, get out of there. And like put the piece of paper under it, took the lizard outside, released it, and then came back in. And Saber wasn't really, like, super offended, but was, like, confused about the entire situation. Because she was like, that was my toy. I was in the middle of playing with that one.
Yeah.
It was like, I was gonna bring that to you. To feed you, because you don't hunt. So, yeah, she was a little sad that she was denied blood sport.
Blood sport, blood sport, blood sport.
No blood for the blood god today.
No blood, no skulls for the skull throne?
Not even a skull for the skull throne.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah, but that was Sarah's work from home adventure from a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah, she sent like a picture to our group chat of like a Tupperware container where you can see a little lizard in it, and Saber just like staring at the container. Like she didn't know what to do.
Let me see if I can find that picture again, because it's really good.
It's really funny.
Oh, got it.
Anyway, I got a cutscene I have to play that's voiced, and I could have been playing it this whole time.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told
Oh,
you've
did
been
she get to
busy
go
since
into the
our
basement
paths last
too?
crossed at the Gimlet
Recently?
Dark.
Or was that
Not
a different
recently.
cat that got-
Not that I understand half of it.
That was
No, Saber, she's been in our basement like once, maybe twice, cause like she can go down there, we just need her to be supervised, and no one goes down there unless they're like getting something anyway, cause it's just storage. But there are several like dead lizards down there that we haven't like cleaned up, that have just been there since we moved in.
Hero of Eorzea.
So like the last time she was down there, it was fine. She didn't like do anything for a while. She was just exploring. And then she found the dead lizards and she was like, "Oh, there's toys down here."
I come to warn you of very well might.
Snacks?
And we had to be like, no, and like shoo her back
To
upstairs.
do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend
Oh, now
to
she's
be the best
mowing.
of friends.
Saber, we're talking about you.
For the present.
Saber.
Little baby.
Saber.
Saber baby.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the
I love
world
that
of Black
cat.
Rose
I
in
would
your
die for her.
absence.
I love her so much.
I'm gonna steal your
Our
cat.
journey together took
Please
us as
don't,
far
I'd be
as the
sad.
Imperial Palace, where we witnessed
steal your
Emperor
cat.
Varus meet
Don't.
his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole
But
witnesses
consider
to this
I'm
crime,
sad because I
and
have
in
no
no
cat.
position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to
You
flee,
gotta go get a
each
cat.
pursuing his own avenue of escape.
I'm not allowed.
Why are you not
When we were later
allowed?
reunited,
Because Nikki's
Estinian
mom
claimed
is
to have
allergic.
encountered an unfamiliar kind of
Oh.
machina during his flight. But to me, his description seemed anything but.
One
And
day,
upon further
one day I will have a
investigation, I
cat.
found that I was right.
One day.
Yeah!
The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Saber.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
Yeah, so this is the start of the Sorrow
We
World
attempted to
questline
stop
here.
it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days, but it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all, even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon. Our
How
friend's
late did you
plight
want to go
grows ever
anyway?
more precarious,
I
and none save
am
one can join
starting
in
to,
the
like, get a very, very minor
I
headache.
hope you are not forced to make a choice.
Okay.
So if we want to stop at, like, 10:30,
Okay.
That'd probably be cool.
Sounds good.
And we'll see how much more of this we can do in the next 15-ish minutes. Let's see what Kral's got.
Miss Kryle.
As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford to ignore the threat of a new Ultima weapon. With each passing day, the plight of the Scions grows ever more perilous. You cannot stay for a debriefing of the Ultima weapon. It will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first.
Alright, so at this point you have a choice.
Okay. Oh.
You can either pick up, so if you talk to that resistance officer, that starts the Star of Warlick questline.
Okay.
Ruby Doomsday. Alright, so why don't we start on that? We'll unlock the first one, and that's what we'll start with next week.
Okay, that sounds good. Alright, the Resistance and Alliance forces prepare in earnest as a new threat looms on the horizon. Ah, Bran, glad you could make it. As you may have heard, Commander Alden has given orders to embark from Alliance headquarters to hold back the advance of the Empire's latest menace. Not that the soldiers stationed there are too chuffed about being on the front line against these new weapons. If they're designed to slay primals, they make short work of us mere mortals as well. Mind you, it's guys. Lexi! Hi. Hello!
You're on speakerphone because I forgot my headphones because they were charging.
Oh no!
So if y'all hear any weird noises, it's just me at the Cracker Barrel.
Ah, I see. How is the Cracker Barrel?
It's good. I'm actually getting off on semi-decent time today.
Nice!
Oh, good.
I'm happy for you.
Alright.
Alright,
What you got, Katie?
we're unlocking the Sorrow of Warlick quest, Lexi, so I'm just reading through text boxes.
Yeah, bring tissues next week.
Oh, cool. Can't wait. Alright. Mind you, it's Gaius Balsar and his followers who've led the charge so far. By all accounts, they've been giving as good as they get. Unfortunately, their stories have met with little success. I dare say they benefit greatly from your presence on the battlefield. If you're ready, my colleague over at Porta Praetoria will show you the way. Alright, so I'll just head straight over there. And we'll come see Kryle next time, eventually.
Yes. So next week, I think we should focus on Zara Warlick.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go see what that's all about.
We'll see Kryle eventually.
We'll see Kryle eventually. But yeah, by completing this quest line, you will have completed all current Tataru prereqs.
Oh, okay.
And then we can get back to hard focusing main story if we want to.
We can still do, there is still more like side content that we can intermittently do, like the Eden raids.
Yeah.
And finishing the Evil Ice raids.
I do want to like...
Lexi, alright?
Lexi?
Yeah, sorry, I just set my phone down hard.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you dropped it or something.
No, I just set it on the counter really hard, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
I forgot how sensitive my mic is.
But yeah, so yeah, we will be getting to the rest of the Sorrow of Warlick quest line next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. On your way to headquarters, I take it? Accompany to headquarters, alright. Let's ball.
So this little area that you're going to should look familiar.
Yeah. Hey, there's our new best friend Gaius.
Yeah, it's your new buddy, Gaius.
New friend Gaius.
Actually, you might have a solo duty to do before you get to the first trial.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Make that not autoplay. So, your mind is set, and I shall apprise you of the situation. I really like seeing, like, all of the country banners together. It's really nice.
Yeah.
We've discovered that the previously abandoned Ultima weapon project is being held by the reformed 7th Legion. We've already succeeded in producing several prototypes, one of which is set to be deployed in the Eorzean front. Its name, the Ruby Weapon. Severa and I were able to get within striking distance during one of its test runs and made an attempt to destroy it. An attempt that ended in failure, alas. Based on our knowledge of the original Ultima weapon, the explosives we employed should have been sufficient to blast through its armor plating, but they barely left a mark. We suspect the gifts of its predecessor.
Do you mind going on mute for a little bit? I think she would. Thank you.
Alright. We suspect the gifts of its predecessor may have proven the source of its resilience. As you well know, the Ultima weapon was designed to absorb ether from icons, and the Ruby weapon no doubt shares that ability. If any were summoned during the uprisings in Garlemald's occupied territories, and thereafter consumed, our enemy would become all the more formidable. But its near impenetrable armor was only the beginning of our troubles. It fought back with whip-like claws that we extended and contracted at will. In the face of such opposition, we were forced to withdraw. Gaius was injured shielding me from the Ruby weapon's assault. Even now, he struggles to stand. Damn it all. If I hadn't been so careless, this wouldn't have happened. You need not concern yourself. Let us not forget that I am the one who initiated the Ultima Weapon project. If I must give my life to bury this shameful legacy, then so be it. If you were to face it as you are now, you'd be cut down before you even hobbled within firing distance. In any case, we can't afford to lose the information in your head on both the foe we face and the Empire itself. We all know that asking for Brand's assistance presents our best chance of stopping that war machina. It is true that if anyone were capable of putting down such a monstrosity, it would be her. Though I have no right to ask this of you, will you lend us your strength? You have my thanks. And mine, though I must impress upon you the urgency of our situation. We've received word that the Empire is preparing to advance on the Gimlet Dark. That is where we will intercept. If our fears are proven correct, the Ruby weapon will be among their host. Should it break through our lines, there's no telling the devastation it will wreak. Make no mistake, the very survival of Eorzea hangs in the balance. Once you have steeled yourself for the battle ahead, your escort will lead the way. What price must the world pay for my hubris? A short while earlier, in the Garlean-occupied city of Wurlit's Magitech installation. Commencing Ruby weapon activation sequence. All units, stand by. Oh, that thing's fucking terrifying. Initiating synthetic aura sight system. Fusion successful. No signs of incompatibility. Awaiting your signal. Ruby weapon. Codename Darnus. Ready for launch. Okay, if I talk to this guy, am I gonna have to do that, solo duty?
Yes.
Okay, do we want to do that at the start of next time?
Hang on. He's not glowing.
Yeah, that's true.
He's next to the entrance to the Gimlet Dark.
Oh, okay. Okay, then if he's not glowing, I'll go ahead and talk to him. Valdolin has briefed me on our mission. I'm to take you as far as our expected point of contact with the Ruby weapon. Once we arrive, the rest is up to you, I'm afraid. Alright, Cinder Drift now accessible. Okay. Oh, okay, that's all we had to do. So now we just have to do Cinder Drift, next time.
Oh, Okay. So solo duty comes after that. Alright.
Must
Well,
be.
in that case, thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you've been enjoying the stream. If you haven't done so already, do us a favor, go ahead and hit that follow button here on our Twitch. Then check out the links in our Abouts page. We have our YouTube channel where everything that we do here on Twitch, it all ends up there. And then some. So if you have to miss a stream, no worries, go hit the bell over there. We'll get you caught up in no time, including on things like our D&D campaign, Journey to Midnight, which is finally making a comeback. I'm so excited about that. And we also have our social medias. Check those out. Our Twitter, our Tumblr, not linked in our Abouts pages, our Instagram. All of these are really good resources to know when and what we're going to be streaming. We have our lovely little calendars there that Katie makes, so go check those out. That way you always know. You don't have to wonder when we're going to be online. It's there. It's on the Twitter. It's also on the Tumblr and the Instagram. Instagram, again, not linked in the Abouts page. That's your homework. Go find us on Instagram.
There we go.
That's your homework.
That's your homework.
You get homework from this channel. Sorry. What else am I forgetting? Right now we are running our summer event, Sarah's Summer of Screams, where she is playing the remake of Resident Evil 4. We are on a very, very brief hiatus. Yesterday and this coming Thursday, we are not having Sarah's Summer of Screams, but every Thursday, aside from those two, we're having Sarah's Summer of Screams. So,
and until next time we do that, the first two are already up on our YouTube, and you can catch up.
You can go catch up. And other than that, make sure you check out our other blocks. We're going to be back tomorrow with our Saturday faves. And I think that's all we're doing tomorrow, isn't it?
I think tomorrow I've also got us on the calendar for Jackbox.
Jackbox.
We're going to see how many of our little ghouls we can get together and play some Jackbox 4.
Alright. Sorry, something really funny just happened to Nikki in Final Fantasy.
Oh, excellent.
And in the meantime, we'll have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. We love you. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye!
Bye!